Look alive. Woo. I'll tell you this right now. It is episode 104. It is February 13th, 2024. We are a day early, and there's a reason for that. We're all out of sorts. Welcome in, Butch. P. Yes, dude. Backwards hat. Nod to Brock Purdy. I like that. This is a special pre-Valentine's Day because we might be dumb, but we're not idiots, correct? We're not gonna live stream in the middle of Valentine's Day night, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
That's basically a terrible move. But it is February 13th, 2024. It is National Pancake Day, special Valentine's Day episode where we basically are going to put a book or close the book on the NFL season with the Super Bowl. As you all watched, one of our most viewed shows in quite a while was watching me watch the Niners lose in overtime in the Super Bowl. It was tragic. Football is dead. I was really sad. Still sucks because now everything is about how the Niners are in shambles and they're not going to be able to win and da 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 da. So that's all false. I don't believe any of that. I think everybody's overreacting. So I have some stats and some things that we want to do to close the game out, close the season out. And I just want to let J.V.I. know that the Bills are on notice, pal. The Bills are on notice. That's now three in a row. That's now 3 in a row for the Niners. 3 Super Bowl losses. Can they get to 4? 4 losses in a row. Oh,
I guess that's for the last 3 that they've played, right?
Yes. They've lost 3 in a row.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, the Bills did it in a row.
That's true. But, I mean, they're not going to be able to say they're the only ones that have lost 4 in a row. So here's what I will do. Let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? 2011, they lost to the Giants. NFC Championship game when the punt hit off of Kyle Williams' leg. Lost that game. 2012, lost the Super Bowl. Had the ball on the 5-yard line. Loss. 2013, lost the NFC Championship to the Seahawks. We all know how that went. Richard Sherman said Michael Crabtree was trash. 2019, Chiefs Super Bowl, led by 10, outscored 21 to nothing in the fourth quarter. 2021, Rams NFC Championship, lost on a field goal at the minute 46. 2022, Eagles NFC Championship, lost because we lost every single quarterback we had. 2023, lost versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, had the lead again, lost in overtime. Absolutely.
Sounds like to me you have not a case when it comes to talking to me or Tex about Dallas because you lose. You find a way to lose.
That is an absolute asinine parallel. One, because y'all have not sniffed the NFC Championship, or that's Cowboys fans are the best. Cowboys, they're like, yeah, your drought's still as long as ours, and I'm like, you haven't even been near the game, either one of those, in 30 years. At least we've been there 3 times.
Not wrong though.
It's not. You're right. It's not. I'll stand up here and say that. But I'll tell you this right now. You see the hat? It's time.
I can't see it.
It's
Are you even,
true.
Are you even wearing a?
I'm wearing my camo. I'm wearing my camo. Make the damn cut hat because you always want to make the damn cut. But yeah, so we're trying to win the Millie. We switch gears to golf season now, which is by far one of my, if not my favorite. And I am just mopping the floor with you jabronis in our Wodamaker. I got like 4 wins already.
That's because you're so far behind in football. You had a lot more time to concentrate on golf, where me and J.Vi have been battling it out all season, back and forth, like we were
That's
playing woke tennis.
that's baloney. Baloney. I've
It's
given it
facts are
up. I can't
facts.
play football anymore. I can't play football anymore. I can play golf.
Could you ever?
I'm not living in the past like all you two are. It's over, dude. If I go on a football field, I'm blowing my knee out. There's no
Oh,
ifs, ands, or buts about it, dude. It's over.
I wouldn't even want to think about it.
No. I do. I wonder, like, I'm sitting there watching like Trent Williams, he's like 34, 35, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. Absolutely not. So let's put a bow. All right, let me do the intro. Then we'll put a bow on this NFC or the San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl. Congrats to the Chiefs, whatever. You guys won. It was rigged. We all know it. Happy National Pancake Day. Also known as Johnny
Oh.
Cakes, Griddle Cakes, Hot Cakes, Flapjacks. This batter made breakfast item dates back more than 30,000 years. In
Mm.
fact, it may be the oldest breakfast food in history. How about
And the
that?
one that you struggle the most with.
When I'm on the road. Yes.
So your pancakes don't travel.
No. That's I think it's happened to me twice now, and I don't know how to get it back.
They're more of a creep.
Just shout out J Viper sending. He's out in L.A. and he's got a picture. He sent a picture of a creperie in L.A. and it doesn't matter. Anytime any one of you jabronis now sees a creperie or anything that resembles a crepe, I get a picture immediately just because of one time. It happened one time.
Mm. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know, Jim. So we got Pancakes Day, but we are switching
Mm.
gears to golf. We have a big
Yes.
announcement, dude. Should we do the announcement right now? I guess it
Mm.
doesn't. Or no?
Should we? Are we done
Should we?
recapping football?
Oh, I
No,
didn't
let's
know.
make them. Let's make them wait. Make
Yeah,
them
yeah,
wait.
yeah. Big
We got a
announcement.
big announcement.
We've been. This is a very big announcement. Huge, some might say. Okay. Let's recap. We're gonna go Super Bowl recap. Talk about that for a few minutes. Then we're gonna go. We're gonna go deep dive into this golf tournament, dude. This is something we've been itching to do for a while. We've been trying to find our stride as a show. And it's usually a bunch of shenanigans, which is how we like it. But I'm ready to go down in this tournament and
Yes.
dial it in, dude. Don't hold anything back now. BMO, yes, Tuesday night cast out of nowhere. Yes, indeed it is. We don't want to do it tomorrow night. We didn't announce it or anything. That was terrible promotion on our part. Our social media guy on Twitter needs to get a hold of himself. Oh shoot, that's me. It says it right there. Oh, okay. Here we go. Super Bowl recap real quick. Now that the dust has settled, the air is cleared. I didn't really know what to say Sunday night. I did show up, even though most people thought I wouldn't. So I was there, and I handled it pretty well. I do have to say that I usually handle it well. What I don't handle well is whenever we lose all of our quarterbacks and everybody wants to make jokes. that one I did not handle well. But here we go. Two things that I think everybody's putting up the videos of the holdings and this was a flag. That was okay. If you want to spend your whole life looking at what flags are and where a flag could have been thrown, you could analyze every single play of that game. Be like, oh, flag. No, I don't care about that. Two things. The muff punt, or the not the muff punt. I can't do that to Ray McLeod. The punt that hit off one of our guys, that changed everything. And before that, Dre Greenlaw getting hurt changed. Those two things impacted the game significantly, and that's kind of where everything took a turn. There were a couple of third downs late in the fourth where we could have iced the game on a 3rd and 4. And then Kansas City got the ball back, went all the way down, kicked the field goal to send it to overtime. and then the third down in overtime when we had the ball on the goal line. Great. I mean, you got to give it up to the Chiefs. That was a great play call. And misassignment in the overtime third down where Chris Jones was running free somehow. So, I mean, it sucks to watch all the highlights and the hype stuff. And now everybody's just tearing the Niners down. The players are going to the media. Brandon Ayuk's unhappy. But Brock Purdy was pretty good, and he got high praise from Spagnuolo. Spagnuolo was running zone coverage apparently, and they had to change everything up at halftime because Purdy was torching him. He said, "We can't run zone coverage. He's going to eat us alive." Basically, what he said. And he was pretty good on late in the game. He went touchdown, field goal, 3 consecutive drives. So he led 3 scoring drives in the later part of the game, and it's like, okay, that dude can play. He was not the issue. It was protection, and it was Greenlaw being out. Let Oren Burks. I mean, there were 9 passes thrown at Oren Burks. They caught all 9 of them with a passer rating of 134. You tell me, you tell me, Dre Greenlaw being out didn't matter, and I'll call you a liar right to your face. That was huge. And it's not like Oren Burks played bad, but Dre Greenlaw going out, and I think Andy Reid slow played that darn thing, dude. I think they knew, and they were like, as long as this thing's close, we're gonna be able to get it when we want to get it, and they did. And you gotta tip your cap, dude, like this. So it was frustrating, man. It sucks to watch them lose 3 in a row. That's My Sports is here. I tuned into their show last night. They had a good time. We got into talking about Juvenile, Mystical. There was something else about Mr. 305, dude, for a halftime show. Pitbull. Who wouldn't like that? That's what I'm talking about. That's My Sports.
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule. Somebody, I don't know. After the Firefest thing, I don't know if Ja Rule. I don't know if Ja Rule's gonna be lighting it up. Dude,
Firefest lighting it up.
Dude, let me tell you this. It was a kicking and punting clinic. Do you remember when I sent those numbers to the group?
Yeah, dude. The punters had like over 200 yards, 250 or something.
They both had identical yardage and identical averages. They both averaged 50.8, and they both punted for a total of 254.
Well, and the field goal kickers too. I mean,
dude, yeah, just drilling 50-yarders all game long.
Breaking records left and right.
I mean, it was like Oprah field goals out. You get a record. You get a record. You get a record.
Mm.
I mean, it was a defensive struggle. I think the Chiefs wanted a close game because I think that they were just going to scheme late in the game. They did. I mean, they waited until they needed to put their foot on the gas, and they did. I mean, what do you think? What was your?
Well, I mean, it's like everybody. We were complaining about it during the games. Why did the Niners get away from the run so early when you had the game controlled? The game was, I mean, it's still controlled, you know? And then what you did not want to do is exactly what happened. Let Mahomes and the Chiefs have the ball last. And
they gave them the ball
last. Giving them the ball last and daring them to beat you. Because that's not going to be a recipe for anybody ever.
Only one person's done it, which is Tom Brady. Well, Joe Burrow too. But where it really went under was when they picked off Mahomes early in the third, and then they went backwards. I was like, they threw, I think, 7 straight passes to start the third quarter on both their possessions, or 6 straight passes.
Yeah. I mean, that you got a break right there because
it was a bad throw.
The late, let's see, they scored what, a late field goal there to make it. Were y'all up 10-0?
They were up 10-3, and then they were 10-6
at halftime, right?
Yeah, and then 10-3, and then They got a field goal, so it was 10-6.
And then they got the ball back the second half to start
Yeah,
the second half, and
yeah,
then
so it
threw a
was,
pick that first possession, right?
I think it was the first possession. I think it was 10-3 whenever they threw the pick, and then we ended up going backwards and then punted it back, and then I think that's when they went down and got a field goal, and then we had another turnover downs quick, and then we turned them over, and then they punted, and that's when it hit his foot, and that's when they took the lead. Was somewhere during the third quarter.
Mm. Yeah. Just
But
I don't know. I mean, that really to me is what changed the game is not running the ball.
there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my sports said. You would think Shanahan would just run with CMC most of the game. He didn't learn in ATL. Yeah, I mean, I don't
What I say last week at this time? I said, CMC should touch the ball at least 30 times. They'd be out of their mind crazy, and that didn't happen. And you know what? You lost. And
know.
I would say it's more of that than losing Greenlaw because your defense still played well enough for you to still be in the game. And
Yeah,
the backup got torched, but I mean, my goodness,
I mean, they held him to
that's going to
19
happen.
point. It was 19 points at regulation. Like
So,
you hold somebody 19 points, less than 20 in regulation, you would expect to win the game, right?
and like for the most part of the season, the 49ers cashed in. You know, they scored a bunch of touchdowns. But this night you're kicking field goals, and we always say that's a recipe for disaster for any team. Be kicking field goals, trading touchdowns for field goals, and
Yeah,
even so, sucks.
sucks for 49ers fans. It sucked to be one of them, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
good thing we don't have anybody like that on this show on this
Yeah.
podcast. Leave
Oh
that in the
man.
dust. We can look forward to what here in a couple weeks. The what was it USFL or whatever they're calling themselves
UFL,
now.
dude.
UFL.
Hey, we
Sorry.
laid out the game. We laid out the game plan, dude, of what you got. I mean, this February is February is where you got to get your chores done and and get the date nights in, and then because once March rolls around, dude, I mean,
We're rolling.
you got basketball. I mean, we got golf. I will say, dude? Football is exhausting, especially if you play like DraftKings and watch the games and stuff. It's exhausting, dude. It's a long year. I did everything I could, man. I I I dressed my kids up. I dressed up. We made some French onion dip. I mean, I
Sausage
put it up.
dip.
I mean, yeah, we were making sausage dip every weekend. And it's
Golly.
a long season, dude. Here's BMO. It's a rough look when CMC did touch the ball. He was super effective and efficient. And you just don't get. Yeah, I mean, I think he was averaging like 5 or 6 yards a carry. That's got to make you sick whenever you're you're ready to roll, and it's like, hey, run the ball, and then everybody gets away from running the ball. And they were begging for it, dude. I saw a lot of time it was a one high safety look. Brock Purdy had like a 50 passer rating when targeting Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle. It was basically Purdy and McCaffrey. So I feel good about Purdy moving forward, though. I'll tell you that. Anyways, it's over. It's exhausting. Now we move to golf. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think what we're gonna do is, well, we got a big special announcement too. And I think it's been confirmed too. We've confirmed this announcement. So we're going to get into the golf. We are going to go. We're going to look at tee times. We're going to pull up who the betting favorites are. We're going to look at some course history, and then we're going to look at some of these pricings on DraftKings. You're going to ride along with us. It's going to be fun. We're going to tell you who stinks and who I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Well, I never say that because you never know what's going to happen. So without further ado, let's hit our theme music. No more football song. We got to write a golf song.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Let's get into some golf, dude.
Mm.
You want to do a little? I mean, all right. Let's do a little. You want to do the announcement now,
Dude, hit him with it.
dude? Okay. For those of you listening and those of you watching, thank you for watching on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter. That's where we're live right now. But for those of you watching and those of you listening to the podcast,
Drum roll.
our efforts in support of one golfer to rule them all, the people's champion. He was electrifying the masses at the Waste Management. He's one of our favorite golfers. We cannot wait to talk to this dude. We're going to have an interview with none other than Mark Hubbard, Club Hubs,
Yes.
Colorado's own. He's going to be on the show with us on Thursday, which is another reason why we did it early this week. He's going to be coming in on the podcast with us for an interview. And it's not going to be, hey, we're going to sit here and ask you pro stuff. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some dad talk. We're going to talk about golfing with the boys, things like that. It's going to be
Y'all know how we do anyway. So
exactly.
mark it down Thursday, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And all of the pun intended. Mark
That's right.
it down.
I mean, it's really cool, man, that we reached out and we've been in support of this dude for I don't know how long now, ever since we got Twitter, I think. It's like when you turn on the TV and you're watching
Ever
golf.
since we discovered him in our DK lineups and our golf knowledge started to expand a lot further than the usual household names that you come across in golf. We started deep diving and we're like, oh, dude, this Hubbard guy, man,
Hey, you can
this is
play.
our guy.
Yes.
This is always like salary saving roster, just
Stud.
stud.
And the
Yeah.
thing about it is when you watch the tournaments and stuff, it seems like the camera gravitates toward him because he seems like a really cool dude. He's always interacting with the fans. He's got some swagger on the golf course. He's just a unique guy, it looks like. I can't wait to like interview him and talk to him. It's gonna be fun, man. I feel like we could it would be a good hangout sesh. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you could play 18 with him.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
He just seems like one of the dudes.
Except we'd be like Shmoney on our show last week. It's like, dude, can you hit it in the woods, please? At least one time, just hit it in the woods for
This
us.
isn't golf. You're playing from the fairway all the time. It's not golf. Golf is driving all over the course, having a few gold. Stop hitting it where you want to all the time. That's ridiculous.
Dude,
All right.
it's hitting 3 after you teed off,
Yeah. I've already got a
Well,
list of questions that I'm gonna have to whittle down for these segments we're gonna do, but it's gonna be a good time, man. So we really appreciate him coming on and being so interactive. And that's again, he's approachable. He just seems like one of the dudes. And it's like, you know what? That guy, a man of the people. That's what I'm talking about.
right after the People's Open.
And he has been playing pretty well here lately.
Yeah.
We
absolutely.
keep close tabs on him for sure.
Well, we can get into that on Thursday, but yeah.
Yeah.
He has been. We'll keep that for Thursday. Y'all tune in for Thursday for more
Tell him.
capping of us and Mark Hubbard.
Yes. Club Hub. We got it's gonna be fun. Club Hubs.
On Thursday. So grab your
tea time Thursdays.
Oh, tea time Thursdays.
Tea party.
Yes.
Tea party.
Oh, now we're tipping our glass like this.
Let's go, dude. All right. We head to the mountains of Western LA volatile winds, Santa Monica Mountain Canyon, California, for the Genesis Invitational. It's a par 71, 7,300 yards. There's 70 in the field. Cut event is low 50, ties within 10 of the leader.
Yep.
So
Okay.
there is a cut, but it's weird.
But it could not be a cut
It could not be.
if everybody's within 10, right? That's
Yeah.
how I. So it's
Yeah.
definitely be 50, the top 50. But if you're within 10, you make it also. Is that how
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're within 10, you're across the cut line. So don't any of you golfer jabronis go out there shooting a freaking 59 like on the Corn Ferry Tour, wherever that dude shot a 57 or whatever. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, the South African.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cristobal or something.
Pot chew or something.
I said, dude, if I was
Gotta
Hines
look
right
up
now,
that.
if I was Hines, I'd be on the horn immediately. Hines 57, sponsor that man right now.
What was
You got
his?
there.
What was his name?
It was something Cristobal.
Huh. Okay.
But apparently all the
Yeah.
Corn Ferry guys were ripping sub 60s out there. There
Daggone.
was like 2 or 3 other guys that did it too. So,
Man,
all right,
golf right now is just
it's back.
so competitive.
It's
It's
back,
just
dude.
yeah.
Back.
It's like,
All right, so this is tight driving, a lot of dog legs, no weak holes. They've got this
no.
Kikuyu rough, Kikuyu rough.
Oh, Konnichiwa
Yeah.
rough. The
So
Konnichiwa rough will come up and grab your ball. Okay. I like to think that it's like our Bermuda.
mm,
You play Bermuda over here,
yeah, sticky.
and yeah, it doesn't look like it's thick, and then your ball disappears, and you're like, okay, this sucks.
Yeah.
You're taking a club or two more than what you need to get out.
And
So
hopefully it goes where you want it to.
right, and
'Cause it
that you don't catch it clean.
Yeah.
Because there's that too. So I feel like it's kind of like that. I'm certain on that, but if
Yeah.
somebody that's an expert can chime in and say if we're right or wrong. But I would compare it to our Bermuda
Yeah.
over here on the East Coast.
Sticky.
But the POA Anua
Yeah.
greens, right?
They're back.
They're back.
They're back,
What
dude.
what are we? 7,300 yards
Yep.
plus 73 to
Yep.
7,400, par 71. Yes, it's par
Yes.
71. You got 35 going out and 36 coming in,
Yep.
coming back in.
It's
So
the 14th toughest in the last 5 years.
hmm,
Uh not a lot of water, danger, bunkers, uh
everything
deep
seems like it's protected by a bunker, though. I
deep
was going,
bunkers.
yes, and you need. Oh, let's see. Well, you got a lot of scoring chance. You got to capitalize on your par fives. Looks like,
Yep.
yeah, you have to. And even the short, you got a 315 par four, which still isn't easy. Um, and then you have that 500 par five.
Yeah.
You've got to birdie and you got to eagle, in my opinion, because then
Yep.
you turn around and then you go back uphill on number two, and then shoot number 3 or 4, whatever that first par 3 is. It's 236 yards.
I was reading the stats on that. The green in regulation is like 16%. It's the toughest hole in like 15 years on the
Yeah,
course.
I
On
mean
the
nobody has a
tour.
club for that. I mean, it's like, what are you going to use there?
That's banana lands, dude. Like
I think a lot of
unbelievable.
people try to lay up like that front right of the green.
Yeah.
I think there's like a area to and just like play your short game and one putt. You know,
But I think I had a stat on that. I think I had a let me see if I can find that. There was a stat on that exact hole that was just absurd. It showed like
Yeah.
a graphic of
It's number 4 to be exact.
yeah,
And then
number,
shoot, you turn around and you play number 6, that's
there it is.
there you're
Yeah.
do that
Only
stat.
16% of the field hit the green at the par 3 fourth at Riviera last year. It was the lowest green in regulation percentage for any single hole on the PGA Tour in 15 years since the 2008 Open at Royal Birkdale.
Holy smokes, man.
Yeah,
And we
236 yards.
just got out of our mouth like we were just seeing a trend of golf being so competitive, and then bam, this course will bite you at any time.
Yes. So you got that. You've got, I mean, total drivers, people who can hit it away a ways, and that rough again is like Velcro, unpredictable lies. Fourth largest greens, pretty fast. Subtle
12 and a half,
undulations.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And it makes it one of the toughest on tour. So 11 par fours, 4 par threes. And like you said, the par fives, there's 3 of them. The last 8 winners have totaled 69 shots under par on the par fives, including the
Yes.
last 2 winners, Rahm and Neiman, who are now at Live. So,
So, do you win this and it's like a transition win?
the Genesis,
The
Live,
beginning of Live. There you go.
yes,
In the beginning open. The
dude.
Genesis.
You looked at the, have you looked at the prices? I was looking earlier for DraftKings.
I have
We're gonna go through them. We're gonna pull them up.
I have skimmed through them, and with it being the way it is, you don't have to worry as much about a cut, but potentially you do. So that's always up in the air. You're like, do you take
Right.
that chance or you don't take that chance? So that's
Kinda look
oh
Here are
boy,
the
here
yeah.
we go.
These are
Oh,
who people
these are I got you.
the favorites, right? So they're of course Scotty Scheffler's at the top.
Why?
Um, right, dude.
Totally
That
kidding.
dude, that guy. I mean, I don't care where it is, dude. I put him
Yeah.
in if I'm making I put him if I'm making one lineup, I'm putting him in it. I don't care. I do not care.
Yeah, because I mean, you're almost guaranteeing you a top 10 right there.
At
So,
least.
I mean, what else do you want?
I mean, that dude hung around last weekend and then fired off like 8 birdies in a row on whatever the last round was or something. It was stupid. And he got all the way into first, but I think he was leading going into the final round.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, dude. So you've got Scheffler's up there at the top. I mean, we're not plus money golf or these people who are looking for all this value. I mean, we're just looking to see where do they think, and a lot of these dudes have really good course history, right?
That's what I was about to say. When I see this list right now, I hadn't taken a look at this, so this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Right now, I've already seen like great course history from those guys.
Yep.
And until you get to probably Ludwig, but my gosh, that guy's phenomenal.
He is.
You know, so he can about play anywhere. And then, yeah, then it just continues on from a lot of course history there.
Yeah. I mean, you go down there, I think Adam Scott being that high, but again, he's got really good course history.
Well, he
So,
won it like 4 years ago or something.
huh. From what I've seen all over the place, it's like that everybody keeps harping course history. Like it's a big deal for this particular course. So, I mean, you go down here to like, all Tigers down there at plus 11,000.
Oh, come on.
Come on, dude. Who's not sprinkling a little bit?
Dude,
Who's
you
not
gotta
sprinkling a
throw
little bit on the big cat?
dude, you throw a buck on that?
Of course. Of course you do. Does Lee
Man.
Hodges have good
No,
course?
well, he hasn't stuck out to me. You know, what is Shamus? I always call him Seamus Power. That's my guy.
Same as for the band.
He was all the way down at the bottom.
Oh, he's plus
What
30,000.
I don't think he would win. That'd be ridiculous. But what are the other two? What's the middle category?
It's like you're kind of right in here. Corey Connors, Chris Kirk, Taylor
No,
Moore.
no, no, no. Go like the whole column. Like what is it? Like what's the odds for? All the way up to the
Oh,
top.
top 5,
Top
top 10,
5,
and
top
winners.
10. All
Yeah.
right, so I would go top 10 for Shamus Power.
Really?
Seamus. Dude,
Seamus.
yeah.
I'm
Baby.
Seamus. Come on, Garth.
Baby,
Uh-oh.
I'm shameless.
The GOAT, LeBron
Yeah.
James. J-Vi in the
There
building.
he is. Oh, on travel tour. Look at him.
Look at him.
What's up, boys?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting you evening walk in? See you.
Yeah.
Glad you could join us.
We're looking at these looking at the odds of who they like here on this course. Whose dog is that?
Those are mine.
Oh, I was like,
what the heck are they?
J-Vi shows up and the dogs start barking.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs in?
Treating them birds right now.
We were just going over like,
hey,
who's favored.
Could be a good sign, dude. Got bird dogs back there treating birds.
Ooh, birdies. Birdies,
right.
California roll, sushi.
I was just watching like earlier on ABC, they have like this couple of eagles that have 3 eggs.
Ooh.
Hey, could be a good sign right here. We got eagles and birds in the future.
Birdies and grinders.
Signs.
Birdies and grinders.
Birdies and grinders. Hey, I was telling Butch earlier that the Bills are on notice.
For what?
Uh-oh.
The Bills are on notice.
For what?
Because the Niners have lost 3 Super Bowls in a row, so the Bills' record is in trouble.
I'm glad you brought that up because I thought about that and I was going to bring it up to you, but I figured you would have some excuse to me as well. They weren't in a row, and all this other nonsense.
I'm all in.
He's playing the other card on it.
I'm all in. We're streaking, dude. We're coming for your record.
Come on.
In your face. In your face. Y'all thought you could set the record and not really be threatened for a while. Not so fast, my friend.
I'm here.
There you go.
Yeah. Couldn't see.
So we were talking. You have any final thoughts on the Super Bowl? We told everybody about our big interview on Thursday.
Well, this is a part of the show that we restart and AK reread.
Back to the top. Episode 104.
No, I really think the Niners would have won the game if they would have received the kick, or if they would have gone on defense first.
We'll never know.
But
we do know is they lost, and they're catching the Bills.
Did they lose or did the Chiefs win?
I think the Niners lost that. I don't think the Chiefs won it.
What's crazy to me is that until the end of the game, the Chiefs only scored 1 touchdown. They only had 1 touchdown drive against the Niners the whole regulation of the game, and it was the 1 play pass to MVS. That was their only touchdown drive the whole game.
That wasn't even a drive because the Niners gifted it to them on their own 10.
But that's what I'm saying. They didn't have a touchdown drive the whole regulation of the game. Their only touchdown drive was in overtime. And somebody else brought a point up to me. Why do they even run the clock in overtime?
I did see that. That's true.
What's the point of having a running clock in overtime
You
if
could have
it becomes sudden death?
a play clock. I guess you would have to do it like quarters just because you need a break, like you'd need an intermission. And you probably need commercial breaks. It's probably a production thing.
I don't know, but I mean they were down to the
There's
last
still
seconds
breaks in
there.
there's still but that's not entirely true because football is not like basketball. Like they're not calling a commercial break at the
Right.
16-minute mark or whatever.
Yeah.
They call breaks because of touchdowns or
Change of
field
possession.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still have that.
I don't know.
But
Maybe it was just
if the clock would have ran out and the Niners were ahead, they would have won. That's why they have the clock.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense,
I mean,
right?
if they would have botched that,
If he would have dropped, if McCole Hardman would have dropped that pass, they would have had to run another play. But you would have had what, like maybe 4 seconds left.
Yeah. I mean,
So if it unfolded like that, and then they did not score, or they had to kick a field goal, I guess they probably had to kick a field goal if they would have dropped that ball. But if say none of that happened and the clock ran out, the Niners would have won.
yeah. And I think as much as it sucked to watch them lose, it did end up being a phenomenal game to watch. Like it had all the drama there at the end that you would want. Which, hey, it was the most watched TV show in history or something. It was like 123 million people that watched it, which is crazy.
And we so fastly got off golf.
Yeah, we were right back into football. Sorry, folks. We're trying to retrain our dumb brains, and also I think they have to have the clock up there because we're idiots, and we're gonna be like, hey, I don't know what's going on right now. We're football without a running clock. This doesn't make sense.
This is like
So
what is Morgan Wallen's song last night? Like, no way this is our last football game.
last night we let the liquor talk.
There's BMO again, gives him a break. Yep, we got BMO. He goes Tuesday night stream, RKO out of nowhere.
Hey, it gives me. Well, this isn't a Kit Kat show. They're not giving you a break.
Woo! Hey, I like that one, dad joke. Hey, and we got Hubs coming on Thursday. We told everybody. Gave a nice big preview.
Yeah, I need to look up some questions.
Oh, I've got some. I don't want to get it too in depth on it tonight because it could just take away from the laughter. You know,
I'm gonna ask him. You know, actually, I just came up with another question. I'm gonna write it down.
Just write it down. Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm done looking at these the odds. I just wanted to show everybody like where do the pros, the sharps, think who's going to win this thing. And really what I care was like, okay, does that correlate to what we like to talk about, which I forgot how to. I want to pull up the DraftKings lineups. Hey, you're out there boots on the ground, aren't you?
I am. Yeah, I was in Riviera today.
How's it look?
Oh, it looks flush. It looks so good. Nice looking track, that's for sure.
Did you say flush or plush?
Yeah. Well, whatever the right word is to use there.
All right.
Flush.
Dude, standing on the first tee box though and looking out at it, like the first fairway, because first tee is par 5.
Par 5.
Dude,
that's the one I'm saying. You gotta eagle. You gotta eagle.
As an amateur with a 6.1 index, there's no way I'm hitting that first fairway. Not a chance I'm hitting the first fairway.
Really?
Oh. Is it that tight?
It's so. I mean, it's open, but like the actual fairway itself is tight.
Mm.
And the first tee's like up on a huge hill. It's like you're hitting down.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, so
43
you can
yards, isn't it?
you can smoke
Something.
one there.
Huh?
You could, but you got to hit it straight. If you don't hit it straight, you're hitting on 2 or 3, whichever one's coming back.
Mm.
Which it's still not a bad shot.
That's what I was saying earlier, is that it's so important to get off early because 10 is the 315 par 4. 1 is
Yeah.
that par 5. And getting under par on those is a must because number 2 is like coming back uphill and it's like 480 something coming
Yeah.
back uphill. So you're always already clubbing up, after the
It's a-
tee box.
It's
So
I mean, it's kind of hilly of a course too. It's not, just completely flat, would probably some people think. It's not as hilly as like Augusta, but it's
I just thought of a really good question.
write it down.
right. Your nose, dude.
Dude, I got my notes.
Dude, did you walk the entire course?
No, we were just kind of like on that first tee for a little while. Then we were on the driving range doing some stuff with some guys, some shot tracker stuff.
Tell them to come on the show.
Hey, that's the first thing I say.
Yeah.
Miking them up. Come on the show. And they always think that I'm talking about what we're actually doing.
You're right.
They're like, I'm here.
Like,
I'm like,
we're right here.
Get you a
Come on,
hat,
dude.
dude. Get you a hat.
If we had a guy that could get you some apparel,
That'd be sweet. It'd be sweet if
I mean,
a host
like,
a host of the show could get some apparel. That'd be awesome.
Co-host. All right, let's pull up these. I don't think we've ever done this before. This is gonna be fun. I'm pulling up the DraftKings. Here we go. What I did do is try to hide my bank account information in there.
oh no, you didn't. I can see it.
Wait,
Okay, so
I'm kidding.
I think these are. Don't do that to you. Oh no! Don't start.
Like,
the
yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like I did to you on Sunday. Oh no!
I think these are very similar to what the odds were for winning the whole thing. So Scheffler obviously at the top. I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
heard anything about Rory.
You sure?
he was there today warming up.
Mm. I really haven't heard anything about Rory. But I'm looking at this, and I'm like,
well, he's pretty solid here. I mean,
automatic,
but
right in there. Don't care.
It's Rory.
Do not care. Don't care.
Whoa, what you?
Scheffler.
Oh, so you got this like actually screened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you're actually able to play with. Oh yeah, that's
dude.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homa plays
like
good
this.
here. Cantley plays good here.
All right, let's put those guys in there. Here we go.
Dude,
Scheffler.
and everybody
Homa.
but Scheffler is like a
Cantlay.
West Coast guy too. That play.
Oh, look at that, boys. Oh. Now we got to go way down. Yep.
Carson Young, our guy, Carson Young played well last week.
Hey, there you
I don't
go.
know how that translates to this week.
Dude, Seamus. Put
Dude,
him in there.
You could throw him in there. Look, let's just go right out of the gate here. You got good course history there. Some absolute bombers up there at the top. Absolute studs. We got
Gary Woodland.
Woodland plays good here.
Smalley got married.
And you are not gonna put this man right here.
Oh yeah.
You're not putting that man right there.
That low.
Look at that, 6,500 folks. If you're listening on the podcast, we're building a lineup. We've thrown Scotty Scheffler, Max Homa, Cantlay, Seamus Power, Tiger Woods. We're not playing this. We're having a good time.
Are you sure
here.
we're not playing this?
What's your reason behind Seamus Power?
That's Butch's guy. I'll let him. I mean, dude, just right out of the gate here, you throw a little this in there. One of the hottest golfers on tour.
You almost Emilio that low too is kind of you can't put him that low.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at some of this stuff, That's actually a hot lineup right there. I don't know that I'd actually play Tiger Woods, but
Why?
I mean,
he-
why
Why
he
not?
wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
he kind of looked old today.
Oh
And
no.
his new Sunday red.
I was about to. I was going to bring that up. Yeah, Sunday Reds. How did
He
he
was
look?
wearing it. He was wearing it. Black top, white pants, black shoes. He had there was 300 people beside him on the driving range. It was crazy. You
Hmm.
knew it was Tiger just by the amount of people.
Man,
So
it's so crazy that he draws that much attention.
Mhm.
Still, it's like,
you gonna buy one of the
man,
shirts?
Not this tournament. I'm not. I might buy
Mm.
one of the majors if it's in the pro shop or if it's in the
Mm.
merch tent. We usually get at the majors. We usually get a credit, so that's how I usually get most of my golf stuff.
nice.
So all right, so we've got all the course history. You got to hit it long. That's pretty important. You got to be good on par fives. Might want to stay out of the rough, and you better be a good Poa Anua putter, whatever that is, and you better be good from 200 yards out. So when you're looking at these guys right here in this first wave, I mean, you're absolute studs here.
Dude, you
What do
can
you
make
think?
a case for any of those.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I mean, if I said I was going Cantlay and you said you were going Morikawa or Homa or somebody like, how am I going to
Morikawa plays pretty good here too.
how am I going to disagree with you? You know,
Yeah.
or Thomas or Adberg or Spieth right there. Finau.
Speed. Yeah.
Well, I look at it as this is kind of the last leg of that California stuff. So the West Coast guys want to play well because they're going to about to go to East Coast courses.
And so Pebble Beach was a comp, and there was some other course that was a pretty good comp. I can't remember what it was.
Was it a Century?
Maybe
This-
I can't remember.
Is this cut or no cut?
It's
top 50 and 10 within 10 strokes. So it's going to be at least top 50 after 36 holes. And then if you're
How
over
many?
that within 10 strokes, then you still make the cut if it's over
Yeah.
50, you know. If more than 50 people are within 10 strokes, then they're going to make the cut. So it could be everybody.
Yeah.
I was
What
going
you
to
said.
say.
Everybody could make the cut.
Yeah, that's what
If
you're
they're
saying.
if they're within 10 strokes of the
Seems
leader.
silly.
Yeah.
Why do they? I don't know. That's a different discussion.
So this first,
Golf's figured out, and now they change all the rules and make people not know what's going on anymore.
all right. So this
How dare
first,
you.
what? 1, 2, 3, 4,
There you
5,
go.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These first 12 golfers, like we said, you could play any one of these, and you can put multiple ones in there if you know what you're doing down below it. So you go to this second wave. I mean, I'm always going to be playing Scotty Scheffler. I don't care how that's it's like playing CMC. Like if CMC is playing in the game, you play CMC. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Until Scheffler proves otherwise.
I saw a stat that I think it was his ball striking was so good that it was the equivalent of him batting 400 in the MLB. That's how consistent of a ball striker he is.
Well, he beat the number one pickleball player in the world.
Oh yeah, he did. So I mean, the first wave is like, oh, okay, you could play pretty much any one of those dudes.
So what does that mean? He's a number one golfer and pickleball player.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'd say he's a good ball striker. Pickleball is about striking the ball.
Yeah.
So
Well,
let's just say we
beat
wanted
the number one in pickleball. Then he's
Honestly,
the new number one there too.
Scheffner, I wouldn't play any of those other guys until Cantlay.
what did I do?
Homa's not playing that well, I don't think.
Why can't I? What did I do? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, but he crushes this course. This is his hometown
Yeah,
deal. He
this is
just
his
knows how to
course,
play it.
but
So say you throw Scheffler in there, and then we go down to this next wave. I mean, you could throw one of those other dudes in there if you wanted.
Adam Scott.
Like this is where, yeah, I mean, you could put Adam Scott in there. You could put
I
Cam
bet
Young.
Cam Young's pretty good here too.
Yeah. I was looking at some of his stats. He's only played this course twice, Cam Young, but he's done well both times.
Yeah, because he
Just
can hit the ball country mile.
Yeah. So I mean, you could throw Cam Young in there.
He hasn't won yet though, has he?
No. Still searching for it.
So you could throw him in there. I mean, what do you think about Wyndham Clark?
Yeah. He's played solid here.
Yeah,
He's
been
a good
pretty
ball
good.
striker.
He's played here 3 out of the last 4 years, and he's done pretty well from what I'm looking at right now on my screen.
And
You could throw.
He talked about today how much confidence he has.
Woo!
Now he's up to number 6 in the world, and he's like actually has a ranking that he feels like he's earned and where he's supposed to be.
Other than what his round 4 at Phoenix, he was humming.
Yeah.
His final day cost him a lot, but that wouldn't scare me away from Wyndham Clark.
So then you got this next wave here.
Fowler played like butt water.
Yeah, he was bad at Phoenix Open. Fowler.
Oh.
And look, here's this
dude, Matsuyama. What the heck?
He's falling off the mat. Connors, though, I like Connors at 7,300.
Connors,
and Harmon.
Connors,
Harmon
I think,
didn't play that well last week, though.
I don't know if this is a course for Harmon, though. If it's a bomber course. Corey Connors. I thought I saw him on here.
I keep trying to scroll that list down.
He's 7,300. Corey Connors is 7,300.
Yeah. And then there's this guy down here, Cam Davis, who is bound to go off at this tournament. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He's going to go off at this tournament. I know he is. And I think he has a pretty good – he does something well here. I can't remember what it is. But I think it was his range from 200 yards. That's what it was. Like if you were to throw Davis in there. And now you're up to 7,200. I mean, do you want to get real nasty with it? Where were we just at? Right up in here. Anybody from this? I mean, Grillo, we already touched on. I mean, do you believe in Nick Taylor again, right out of the gate at 7,200?
No. No, especially after having to play 36 holes on Sunday.
Really, Kurt Kitayama had a tight finish last week. I played him last week, and
I like Grillo at that 6,900.
Yeah, I like Grillo too.
Grillo's good. Kitayama's played this course once, and he finished. He didn't do very well.
Oh, well, he played it once. I mean, that's not a definite thing. I mean, you can look up the guys at the top. They played this course and failed at it. I mean,
Tiger's never won here.
Let me show you something here.
No, yeah, you're right.
We were just Lee Hodges. Lee Hodges has played this course twice.
And
top 20s.
Really? Yeah. No kidding.
I'm looking at it right now. I got a chart in front of me that has all these.
I don't like Gary Woodland hasn't made a cut yet this year.
Who?
Woodland.
Oh yeah. You know who else did well?
Hoffman played really well last week.
Dude, he had a big skin cancer issue that he had to come back from. I'll tell you this right now. Where's he at? Where's my guy? Where's he at?
DJ Spawn.
Right here. Svensson.
Svensson, right above Tiger.
Played it last year. Top 10. Mm-hmm. So say you want to throw old Svensson in there. Get a little freaky with it.
You can play a top guy with those guys, right?
How
much do you have left? 7,300.
I'm trying to find how I can.
Should have like.
It doesn't. I can't get. There it goes.
Scroll up.
7,900.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ooh, you could go Willie Z.
There you go, right there. So here's where our cutoff is. Now we built a lineup where you know who else plays well at this course? But yeah, you could go Willie Z. I mean, Willie Z. Dylon said, what did he say? Morikawa and Willie Z are his guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some dudes in this range here. If you went this route, you know, and this, what would you call this build? Like balanced? You know, you got Scheffler, Cam Young,
I'd
Wyndham
call
Clark,
it badass.
Cam Davis, Svensson.
Millie Goat. This is the Millie G.
That's right. Russell Henley is pretty good from long distance. So
Kim's a big hitter, isn't he? No, that's not Tom Kim. I was thinking Tom Kim.
Is this that SH Kim?
Si-Woo Kim?
No, that's Si-Woo.
Oh, okay.
SH has a SH. But
so say you go this route, who would you stuff in there? I've got it down between. I don't know if I trust Willie Z yet.
I don't trust him.
But you don't? Dude.
Keegan.
I'm looking at like two guys here.
I know you want to talk about Russell Henley. You keep circling the mouse over it.
Yeah. Just put him in there. Put him in there. And
put him in there.
There you go.
Let's go. Scotty Scheffler, Cam Young, Wyndham Clark, Cam Davis, Svensson, Russell Henley. That's not bold enough for me. But anyways.
It is a very bland lineup.
It's just very, I'm just going to go what the salary gives me, you know?
It's a very Mr. Consistent lineup other than Cam Davis because he's never like in the middle of the pack. He's either at the very bottom or top 10.
No. I mean, so what do you think about going that route? Or do you go the other way? I don't know. I mean, I just love golf. Playing DFS because like Butch always says, you're playing the same course. Like everybody's playing the same course. It's not 16 different courses.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where would you go there, J-Vi? I mean, when you're looking at,
I think here's where I think you can have a consistent lineup here. I think things you could do though is you could take out Cam Young and Wyndham Clark, and you could play with stuff in that range. Like JT's been playing well. He's not as long. I don't think he's a long hitter though. Finau's a long hitter. I mean, how does Finau play here?
Well, let's take a look.
He had the top 20 last year.
He's a long hitter.
He does pretty well at this course. He's had 2 top 5s, 2 top 20s.
I mean, isn't he a West Coast guy too?
I think so.
So you could, I mean, hey, throw him in there.
Yeah, Utah.
Oh.
So.
And then what do you got left?
8,100.
Yeah. That gives you Tom Kim and Jason Day.
I feel like every time I want to believe in Jason Day, it just doesn't go well.
To me, that's how I feel about Tom Kim.
Yeah. It's like, this is the time to play him. And turns out, no, it's not. But Jason Day, he did finish in the top 10 here last year, I think. From what I'm seeing right now. Yeah. That's his best finish out of 3 attempts, though. So do with that what you will.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, right. What has Poston done here?
Poston's
Not
not
very-
consistent enough for me.
Not good. Not good here recently. But he's playing well. So I don't know. I mean, when you're looking at people, are you looking for let's go long bomb hitters? I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of research that goes into it, though.
If you're doing that, then you
I
got to
mean,
play Rory.
I'm
True.
seeing everything though.
Go
Like
ahead,
you have long ball hitters that are missing the cut. You have them making the cut. You have the opposite end, guys that hit fairways and hit greens making the cut, and you have that missing the cut. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Guys that are West Coast guys missing the cut. Guys that are West Coast guys making the cut. I mean, back and forth. Look, Sam Burns playing great. +5 last year. Here.
Oh, at this course?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
The year before, -11.
Wasn't it
So,
last year that was there weather here? Because didn't Tiger barely sneak in last year? Didn't he
think he
barely
did.
make the cut last year?
Did he play last year?
Yeah, he played last year.
Yeah, you're right. He did. Finished -1.
I mean, you look at some of these dudes that played well here last year, and it does give you a lot of freedom with your lineup. But I don't know. It just seems like such a tough course that you're going to have people that are at least accurate off the tee. Because if you're not, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Spieth here.
Oh, yeah, but he's really good at all his saves and stuff, man. Haven't you heard? He's like the Pat Mahomes of golf. It's like, oh, look at that, or the Matt Stafford. I'd say he's the Matt Stafford of golf.
No, he's not playing hurt all the time.
Yeah, but he's always the guy. It's like, wow, he's a wizard. Look at all of his flop shots and his.
No, he's probably the Kirk cousin. Like he gets you there and then throws the pick.
True, very true. I don't know.
I mean, and then if he's that, but you're looking at Spieth right now. I think he's got 3 top 10 finishes.
Does he?
Yeah, click on his game log. Click on his name.
Let's take a gander.
Game on.
Boom. Well, it
P6,
counts
3.
It counts a hero. That's what I saw. So he's got 2, but the hero challenge, if you want to count that, you can. I mean but that's in November.
Yeah, but you have to throw out
the
Pebble Beach Pro-Am where the wind was blowing 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, the dude's playing great. So, is he going to play bad or is he not? So, I mean, that's the dilemma that everybody's going to have, especially when it's this loaded of guys. Like, because you have Hovland, you have Rory, Scheffler, Xander that are fully capable of being in the top 10 and can turn around their game at any point. Xander's playing good, but Rory, I mean, he's getting through the motions right now. He's going like I said previous. Rory is really going to be targeting Augusta this year, where here in the years past, he has been his best game the weeks before Augusta, just killing it. He's going to try to get that to where his best game is at Augusta because he needs that green. He needs that green jacket.
You think if he wins Augusta, he goes to Live?
Yes, 100%. I think it makes, just like Rahm, it makes it easier. And something that Rahm said, he's like, at the time I wasn't going to go because of the money, and then they set the money in front of me. And it was hard to turn it down.
I wouldn't turn $600 million down either.
Like, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you don't just. I mean, you just changed your family's everything
That's
for
generational wealth.
generations, right? I mean, as long as you know, you can just be a quarter smart and get by. But anyway,
Can you believe Sahith Theegala? Do you believe in
I
him?
like it. I mean, yeah,
I think he's like a solid player that's going to make the cut, get you some points. I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah. It's always so sad, man. I'm like, come on, Theegala. We believe
but
in
he
you.
does have a win though in
Yeah.
his career now.
True. Do you think Adam
So he
Scott
has.
can really? I mean, at 8,200, is Adam Scott worth 8,200?
I think he'll outperform.
I mean,
him.
if he does it, yeah. If he does it, then no.
He's
I
playing
mean,
pretty good. Sheesh.
Yeah, I think
well,
he'll outperform 8,200.
Huh. How owned do you think he's going to be? I feel like he's going to be crazy ownership.
I think he's going to be high on because
That scares me.
Because of what we just looked at.
Yeah.
well,
People are going to look at how he's playing and playing.
And
I just think
he plays well here.
well, he's won. Like I told you, like he won 3 or 4 years ago. He's been in the recent winning circle there.
So we get down here below 8,000 and it's like, okay. Nothing really jumps out at here. Like I'm not like dying to play any of those guys. Chris Kirk, maybe.
I mean,
but-
I like McCarthy, and Eric Cole's been playing great.
Yeah.
Woo
Cole's
Kim's
good.
just played great last week. He's coming on strong. He just got his what'd Suwoo finish then? I thought he finished top 10.
Is
Maybe he didn't.
Sulu the chef? Or is that Ming Wu?
What did he finish last week?
12th,
Top
14th.
14th, 25th. So that's pretty solid play right there. Hodgegaard can play anytime. I mean, it's hit or miss, but I mean, he can turn it on.
I just get scared of McCarthy because every time I'm ready to be like, okay, I'm ready for McCarthy. And he's one of those dudes that just completely poops the bed on me every time I'm ready to buy back in. So
What is he, an anthropologist?
who, McCarthy?
Yeah. Didn't he go to Virginia?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, keep going, and I'm going to pull that up.
I thought I saw something on Harry English where he was pretty good here. Yeah, he finished 12th last year.
Well, he's got that dog in him.
He's
All dogs play well here.
well, Harry English
They got that dog.
He's back from that hip injury. I think he's back to complete
look at that
form.
University of Virginia.
There you go.
Denny McCarthy. I'm pretty sure he studied anthropology.
I don't even know how you would know that, dude.
Dude, because I read it.
Read about it in a book.
I wish, thinking back, I won a tournament for Riviera last year. DraftKings tournament. You know what DraftKings should do? If you win the tournament for a certain game or golf, whatever, when it comes back around, they should send you the invite to that same tournament and say, like, defend your title.
Yes.
And if it's like, hey, with like
a great
with
idea.
a ticket, they should give you the entry fee.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't have to pay. Like, if you win the Millie, like, okay, here's your free entry to the Millie for the next week to defend your title. You don't have to do it after that unless you win again. But, like, the next time that tournament happens,
a free ticket to the next Millie or next that style tournament,
right?
The next week or Yeah,
Well,
I agree
would
with
think
that. That
next
would be
week.
cool.
I think like next time it comes around, well, I mean, they can only do it for certain sports. Like football wouldn't necessarily work.
Right.
But like
Golf
golf
for
or
sure because they have the same events. NASCAR,
NASCAR.
yeah,
All right,
tennis.
now they're at Daytona. Here's your Daytona. Defend your championship that you won last year at Daytona.
Yee.
And what are the odds of you defending it? Like
Probably very
well,
little.
one in whatever the one
Yeah.
in whatever the amount is, right?
Yeah, the entry.
Once I said that, I was like, ah! Come on back.
I'm
Oh,
looking down here I've gone to the weeds here.
in the whale.
Yeah.
What is all right? Why is Gary? Just click on Gary Woodland. I just
He
want
hasn't
to
made a cut
see.
yet.
I know. Like, what is going on here?
Well, he can't. He's coming. He had that brain surgery.
80?
He had brain
That's not-
surgery.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So he's coming back from that.
okay. Yeah, that's a total no go.
He had a tumor near his pituitary gland.
Huh?
Well, I don't know is there anything else to discuss about that? I mean, do you want to go over anything? I'm looking down here like some
We've gone
dudes
over every golfer already.
Yeah. So
good luck.
yeah, there you go. We built a lineup once. There you go.
Hope we cleared it up for you.
There you go. Do your own research. I don't
Remember,
know.
it's not advice here.
It's not advice. We basically just
some
dillied around a DraftKings lineup for about 20 minutes there.
This is
and
what we
came to
do
kn-
every week.
like we just talked about stuff that you could just look at the screen and find out yourself. We did not discuss anything in detail. We looked at their game logs. We're like, oh, he's got a couple top 10 finishes. Huh.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy here, huh? Course history, where he finished last year. Absolutely zero statistics on why you should play somebody else and why you should not. But hey, that's why we're giving you the goods 2 days in advance. So you can take this information and do whatever you want with it.
Shout out us.
What a show.
Hey, are we gonna
do we
get
have any
back to doing? Are we gonna get back to doing
the guys?
Yes.
Oh, we have to do the guys. That's what we should have done.
With our slideshows.
Yes, we have to. We're not. I don't think we'll do the whole. We can't do slide. We can't do multiple slide. I think it just has to be the guys.
Yeah.
Cut the other stuff. You saw how we went through that. That was something there. But
I didn't know if I had a how dare you. I just looked.
I have a how dare you.
Okay.
It's to all the 49ers fans. Oh, wait, I got to play the music. Hold on. Where's it at? There it is.
How dare you! How dare you!
How dare me! How dare you!
How dare you!
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you!
How dare yous? It's where we take something that made us angry for the week. And I am going to how dare pretty much everybody involved with the 49ers fan base and the media already. Because everybody on the 49ers fan base is basically claiming that everything's dead, it's over, the window's closed, the media is saying it's closed. Is Brock Purdy the guy? And that's actually, how dare you to the media. They never give Brock Purdy credit all the way up. He's not the guy. He can't play. He can't play from behind. He does all that, gets to the Super Bowl. And now people are like, well, if you want to say he's the guy, then we got to compare him to Mahomes and Josh Allen. I'm like, no. You can't just bash him all year and then he gets to the Super Bowl and does pretty well without ever giving him credit. You got to give him credit. You can't flip the argument like that and be like, well, now we have to compare him. It's like, no. You have to give him credit somewhere before that, before you start trying to use that argument back against me. It's not fair. How dare you? I don't like it.
Greg Olson actually gave him credit.
That's one. There's like one person, 2 or 3 people.
Romo did too.
Richard Sherman did. There's like 3 people. Everybody
All right,
else.
here we go.
Everybody else.
We could roll it in. The people that's been giving them credit.
Everybody else was
I just
like,
canceled
he
your
stinks,
theory.
He stinks.
It
And now they got to
it's
the end of the
not a
season,
how
like,
dare you now. It's a hang the banner. All the media is giving Brock Purdy credit.
Oh,
Anybody else?
I didn't come prepared with the how dare you.
I'm gonna how dare.
Jeez. Boy, I almost lost it there.
It's not really
not-
a how dare you, or it's more of a hang a banner. So
Do
I'm
it.
gonna hang a banner. Can I hang a banner?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna hang a David. All right, banner. The bananas, Savannah Bananas, had our very own John Cena out there
How is he our very own?
because we're WWE.
Can't see him.
Yeah, you can't see him. Cena, can't see him.
He was out. He
Like,
was really in Savannah.
Yeah, he was on the. He came out of the bananas. Took struck out.
Mm.
Oh,
Pitcher
wow.
struck him out. Yeah, but he was out there,
Bat worth of crap.
dude. He didn't even take a swing. He did not
He's
swing
probably
one time.
terrified. He'd rupture his biceps if he tried to swing a bat.
Oh, but anyway, he was out there. But and Brandon Marshall said that Jay Cutler was the worst quarterback that he ever played with.
Now, there's a how dare you.
There's
know
your
to
how
who.
dare you.
Didn't he have the best stats with Jake Cutler?
He said the reason he's saying Jay Cutler is because he had everything a quarterback needs to win the Super Bowl and didn't. So he didn't live up to his potential.
Has he ever met Jay Cutler? The guy doesn't care about anything. He doesn't care about winning a Super Bowl.
Brandon
he did
Marshall had
say-
the best years of his career with Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
Well,
know.
here's the former media. Here's former athletes media. I'm going to go out, criticize one player with an outrageous take. Everybody will talk about it. I think I'm now a media star. I will then ask the person I criticize to come on the show and be like, "What? Let's just have an open discussion."
That's
That's
what Kilgore
Ryan.
did on our show.
Basically, we went on Good Morning America or whatever it was. That's what Ryan Clark did. That's what that's basically what all the former athletes do. This guy
Then he
stinks.
said, so you know who he said is the greatest quarterback he played for?
When he was in New York,
No,
Fitzpatrick.
Fitz. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Try me. I knew it. J-Vi, did you have one?
If I'm being tied down, I could how dare myself.
Do it.
I'm an experienced flyer. You know, I have
I would
status,
agree.
all this stuff. I'm an experienced flyer. I've been on just about every single plane you could be on, flying to different places. Well, on the way out here to LA, we got on I guess like one of those 777 planes, the Boeing planes, whatever. Like it was a
The monster.
353.
I got you. Yeah.
Which you normally only fly to like
Overseas.
overseas too.
Yeah.
And I was in I didn't get upgraded. I was in the suburbs of first class, like the first row
Mhm.
first class. So I didn't get to lay down seats or anything.
How dare you? Right there.
How dare me for that? But also how dare me because sitting there, and you can always watch movies and stuff on planes now. Typically, you log into the Wi-Fi, you can watch it on your phone. So I get on the plane, I sat down, I start to log on to do that, and for whatever reason, it wasn't figuring out on my phone, like it wouldn't let me do it. So I try to read my book, I start falling asleep. I didn't want to fall asleep, so when I got here, then I wouldn't sleep. So I basically just sat on the plane looking straight forward for like 3 hours. But Here's the how dare you part of it. Is I should have known this because I fly a lot and I know planes. The guy beside me reaches down and pulls out from underneath the seat the screen that you could watch all the movies and stuff on. It wasn't on our phones because they gave us screens to do it on. But I didn't realize that it was right there. So he's like, you know that there's a screen right here. We could watch stuff if you want. And I was just like, damn it. I just stared. He watched me just look forward for like 3 hours staring at absolutely nothing because I didn't want to read my books. I was falling asleep. I was just like listening to music staring forward. How dare me? How dare me?
I thought you were gonna how dare me for not knowing that how to compute what time you were talking about on West Coast to East Coast.
Yeah, that is true too.
Not a geography guy.
That's math.
It's geography, dude. It's geography.
It's both, which you're bad at.
Those are my two least favorite subjects.
Those are my two best.
That's true. All right. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Rumble, the Millie Goats. Follow us on Twitter at Millie Goats, Instagram at the Millie Goats. Like and subscribe to the show. Head to the website. J-Vi for winning the football championship. First one. But guess what?
Hang the banner.
Hey,
Collusion.
I'm already up 4 in golf. I am smoking y'all. Absolutely smoking.
Long season. Day one.
Tune in Thursday. Club Hub. What?
I about got you there.
Club Hubs
Go Bills.
Thursday.